For 21 years, Emma Carter lived what seemed like a quiet, ordinary life. She woke up early every morning, prepared breakfast, kept the house in perfect order, and made sure her husband and son never had to worry about anything at home. To anyone looking from the outside, she was just a simple housewife devoted to her family. But on the day she finally decided to reveal her true identity, her own husband and son were ready to destroy her. Before we continue, tell us in the comments where you are watching this story from. We love seeing our audience from around the world. And also tell us honestly, what would you do if you were in this situation? Subscribe to Kindness Warriors for more stories that touch your heart and reveal real-life truths. Her husband, Daniel Carter, was a well-known fashion designer working for a prestigious company. He was respected in his field and carried himself with pride. Their 19-year-old son Ryan looked up to his father and dreamed of becoming just as successful one day. In their eyes, Emma was kind but insignificant, someone who stayed in the background while they focused on bigger ambitions. But Emma had a secret, one she had kept hidden for 21 long years. Behind the quiet life she showed her family, Emma was actually the head of the biggest fashion gala in the city. It was an event that attracted powerful designers, wealthy investors, and global attention every year. She was the one making decisions, approving careers, and shaping the future of the fashion industry. Yet she chose to hide this truth from her own family because she wanted to be loved for who she was, not for her power or status. As their 21st wedding anniversary approached, Emma decided it was finally time to reveal the truth. She wanted to celebrate not just their marriage, but also show her family the real woman she had always been. She carefully planned a surprise that she believed would change everything. Secretly, Emma arranged for Daniel to be promoted as the chairman of the very gala she controlled. She wanted to make him proud, to reward his years of hard work, and to give him a position that would elevate his career beyond anything he had imagined. She pictured the moment he would find out, believing it would bring them closer together. However, while Emma was planning a beautiful surprise, Daniel had his own plan. He had grown distant over the years, seeing Emma as someone who no longer matched his ambitions. To him, she was just a housewife with no real value in his professional world. He had already decided that once he secured the chairman position, he would divorce her. In his mind, it was the perfect time to move on and start a new life. Even worse, Ryan supported his father's decision. Influenced by greed and ambition, he believed that everything his mother had would eventually belong to him anyway. Together, father and son prepared legal documents, including divorce papers and claims over property and wealth. They were ready to take everything from Emma without a second thought. The night of the gala finally arrived. The grand hall was filled with elegance, bright lights, and influential guests dressed in luxurious outfits. Cameras were everywhere, and the entire event was being live-streamed to thousands of viewers online. The atmosphere was filled with excitement as everyone waited for the mysterious head of the gala to make an appearance. Daniel and Ryan arrived confidently, dressed in expensive suits. But they came alone. Emma was not invited, or at least, that's what they believed. Then, something unexpected happened. The doors opened, and a stunning woman in an elegant black gown walked into the hall. Her presence was calm yet powerful, her confidence unmatched. It was Emma, but she looked completely different from the woman they thought they knew. Daniel's expression immediately turned into anger. He walked toward her and demanded to know why she was there. Ryan, feeling embarrassed and frustrated, told her she was going to ruin everything and ordered her to leave. Standing beside Daniel was another woman, someone clearly close to him, who began insulting Emma without hesitation. Despite everything, Emma remained calm. She tried to explain that she was there because she belonged at the event, but Daniel refused to listen. His anger took over, and in front of everyone, he slapped her hard across the face. The sound echoed through the hall. Emma fell to the ground, shocked and hurt, as the entire moment was captured on live stream. Thousands of people watched in disbelief as the situation unfolded. Daniel then threw the divorce papers at her and told her to sign them immediately. He said he wanted her out of his life for good. Ryan stood beside him, cold and emotionless, claiming that everything she had would now belong to him. Emma's hands trembled as she picked up the papers. Tears filled her eyes as she looked at the two people she had loved and trusted for so many years. She begged them to stop, to think about what they were doing, but her words meant nothing to them. After a long moment of silence, she quietly agreed. She signed the papers. Then she looked up at them and said in a calm but firm voice that they would regret this decision. Slowly, Emma stood up and walked toward the stage. Her steps were steady, even though her heart was breaking. She picked up the microphone, and with thousands watching both in the hall and online, she made her announcement. She said that she was the head of the gala. At first, people laughed. They thought it was a joke. Even those watching online mocked her, believing she was just an emotional woman making a desperate claim. But then everything changed. The main doors opened suddenly, and a man rushed inside. It was Emma's brother Michael, who had been managing operations outside. He had seen everything on the live stream and arrived just in time. He walked straight to the stage and firmly declared that Emma was telling the truth. He announced to everyone that she was indeed the real head of the gala and that she had been the one in control all along. The hall fell into complete silence. Daniel and Ryan stood frozen, their confidence shattered in an instant. The truth hit them harder than anything else could have. Michael, filled with anger, confronted Daniel for his actions and ordered security to remove him, Ryan, and the other woman from the event. Their protests meant nothing now. Emma stood alone on the stage, finally revealed to the world for who she truly was. She was powerful, respected, and in control, yet her eyes were filled with tears. Before we finish, take a moment and think. If you were in Emma's place, would you forgive them or walk away forever? Share your answer in the comments. And please support this channel, because our mission is to spread kindness, truth, and real-life lessons through these stories. She spoke one last time, her voice filled with pain. She reminded Daniel that it was their 21st anniversary and that she had planned everything as a surprise for him. She had wanted to share her truth with love, not in a moment of humiliation. Then she looked at Ryan and told him that while she had been ready to reveal her true identity, they had already revealed theirs. Ryan stood there in silence, unable to say a word. The reality of what he had lost began to sink in. In just a few moments, everything had disappeared. There was no position, no wealth, no respect, and no family left. As security escorted them out, the audience remained silent, reflecting on what they had just witnessed. Emma, though heartbroken, stood tall. She had lost her family, but she had not lost herself. Sometimes, the person you underestimate the most is the one who holds the greatest power.